So, you see how there's a big hole right there? We took that out. That is the BMS meth kit. But also, in taking that out, we also took off the whole JB4 system because we had a piggyback on a piggyback with a piggyback, and then we had a piggyback. You notice there's rags right there? See those rags? Those are in the turbos. You know why? Because we also took off the BMS intake. All that stuff's already sold. But I've decided if I'm going to be douchebag fuckboy, have all the carbon in the world. Hold on. All the carbon in the world. All the carbon in the world. Yeah, all right, you get it. You get it. See this nice box right here? It's a dope box, right? Well, I ordered an intake from ZAC Motorsports out of Australia. But thanks to COVID, it took a damn near a month to get here. So, usually, there's an unboxing. There ain't gonna be no unboxing today. You know why? Because I already unboxed it. Sorry, couldn't wait. Was stoked. But, look at this. Let's add some more carbon to my carbon with some carbon. So that's what we're doing today. That intake's going on here. Now, I know 95% of y'all don't have this car. That's cool. So we gonna speed through this process. I gotta take some stuff off. I gotta put some stuff on. I gotta cover some stuff up. And then we gonna start the car up and we gonna go for a drive. Let's get in it. Another thing we got with this whole package is this nice turbo blanket. You see this turbo blanket? That's a nice turbo blanket. But what it's gonna do, we painted this thing too just because, well, I like red. See the little turbos in there? See right there, that hot side right there? Those get real hot. This thing puts off more heat than two rats fucking in a wool sock behind a dryer in October. We can't have that. I ain't trying to burn my feet every time I get out the car. So, we also gonna put that on, which means I gotta take that off. So we're gonna do that right now. Alright, cool. That's off. Think that thing gets hot? Look at that. Good Lord. Think that thing gets a little broiled. Damn aluminum. But, now we're gonna put the turbo blanket on this thing. And then we're gonna put this thing back on. Then we're gonna put the intake on. This thing, intake. You get it. Which I don't realize is I just had to turn the camera on with my nose because I'm wearing gloves. Thing's got fiberglass. But there you go. Turbo blanket be on. Cooler temperatures on the way. So, see those? Those are my Rentec blow valves. We had to take these hoses off because they're redundant. There's no holes in those to put these, right? I just want to say one thing. Whoever the asshole was who developed these, I just want to say fuck you. You suck. 1000%. There were so many other ways you could use to clamp, and instead you devised this demonical thing. Whoever the douchebag was that invented these and is sitting at home laughing about it, ooh, I hope Lou Gehrig's disease sucks. Alright, so we got the new couplers on. They're a little warped and crazy looking. We ain't got much room. Let me tell you, boy, these Mercedes couplers, some of the nicest ones I've ever dealt with in my life. To the point where we had to slice them to take them off because them shits weren't moving. We used a heat gun, everything. Nope. So they got sliced off. But new ones are on. Now we got to fit the heat shields, and then we'll go ahead and do the intakes, put the cover back on, and we'll start this big bitch up. And after much cussing, we are installed. Heat shields. That sucks. That was not a good time. They were actually off by about 1/4 of an inch on each side. So there was a lot of finagling, a lot of bending to be able to get that done. I think I'm going to have to massage the heat shield in order to close it with the Evo 2 heat shields for the system, because they are kind of high. I mean, it is what it is. Turbo blanket's on. All we gotta do is reconnect the battery, fire up, see what's going on. Quality. These things are amazing. They're beautiful. Something tells me with the way that these things are installed, though, they're going to be really good quality for years to come. They're light. They're massive compared to the last ones. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll see a little bit of a gain out of them. A little bit of blood. A couple cuts and scrapes. But you know what? In the end, all worth it. And again, something else we did without Eric. Love you, Eric. We'll see you this weekend, buddy. Without further ado, let's start this hoe up. Oh, first I want to show you something. Never seen the wiring harness that is in the back of this thing where the battery is. It made me cringe. Watch this. Bruh. What? So much. Like, if you ever get rear-ended in one of these cars, it is absolutely game over. Boy, look at all that carbon fibre. We got a turbo blanket. We got some carbon fibre. We got some red. We got some carbon fibre. Y'all get it. It's time to start this hoe. It's going to be loud. like really loud. It is also going to be shaking, making some weird noises. Our blowout valve has multiple ports now of exhaust. Don't expect this thing to be running good right now. We got to do some relearning on it. We got to, contact some people. It is what it is. But without further ado, let's see how much louder this intake is. This is the scene from the top of the toolbox. Alright, give her a start. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Now we tune. So I meant to have this video out a lot earlier, but when we were putting this system on, you had to unclip a couple things from the JB4, and in doing so, we unknowingly unclipped a vacuum line that we couldn't find. Shout out to WhiteWife, Brandon, and my boy John Bad Vice came over and we played mad scientist with this thing until we figured it out. But we got to figure it out. So let's go get a couple of hits that way you can see what this thing sounds like. All right, so we're going to start this thing in individual mode. I have it set up to where my flaps on the Brabus exhaust are open. So boom, and the engine's warm before y'all in the comments start freaking out. Let's go for a drive. All right, so here we go. Manual mode, like as you should drive it. So it's nice and subdued while it's, chilling in the neighborhood. And then we'll give it a little baby hit up here. Don't mind how dirty my windshield is. So, Dusty, what are y'all doing? Yeah, that never gets old. That was a very large woman on a little bike. Well. And I know somebody's going to point it out. Hey, why is the windshield like so foggy? It's got a protective film on it to save it from rock chips, because replacing this windshield is like $2,500 and no thanks. Open road. Bit of a bite to it. So the first few days of having it on, we were having RPM fluctuations, but it was just the ECU recalibrating and relearning how much more airflow comes with the ZAC Motorsports air intake system. Also too, when we took the JB4 stuff off, we also took off the Brabus piggyback, the B4600. We will be plugging that back in here soon. It's gonna have to go through a bit of more recalibration, but then after that, we should have a monster on our hands. What are some things I currently love? What are some things I currently hate? I don't hate anything. We have a check engine light, but that's because we have Rentec catted downpipes on here. They're 200 cell high flow catalytic converters. And because of that, we have a check engine light. It's the only complaint I have. This car is absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't ask for more out of a vehicle. It's also very obvious to me that this would walk any and all of my other vehicles with ease, just based off of a horsepower to weight ratio. This thing weighs anywhere between 3,750 and 3,900. The 1320 was 4,147, and then before that, the V6 was just as heavy. So I'm trying to get back in the mix, guys, of doing more YouTube stuff. I appreciate y'all working with me. I know I haven't been the most consistent, but we're going to work on being a little more consistent, and in doing so, we'll get some more stuff. Now, this is where I kind of need your guys' help. What kind of stuff would you like to know about this vehicle? Because this is a whole new world. As I discover things, I'm going to teach you guys about it. This thing's a beast. I mean, that's the nice way to put it. But there you go. Short, sweet, to the point. Took a couple days to put this together because, you know, we found some gremlins we weren't quite expecting. It's all part of the process, guys. Like, share, subscribe, all that craziness. Stay savage.
Shake that, why this ain't no motherfucker grill? Get crunk with it, get loose with it. My show said let Bruce